Cool Mini or Not has a title that I just saw, and now I want to tell you about it. Scooby-Doo, the board game. This is good for 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up, and should take you about 30 minutes to complete. Ruh-roh, Raggy. There's a monster on the loose, and it's scaring everyone in town. It's up to the Mystery Inc. gang to stop them. Scooby-Doo the board game is a cooperative family game for 1 to 5 players that brings the beloved cartoon series to life with amazing miniatures of the whole gang. Players take on the role of Scooby-Doo, Fred, Velma, Daphne, or Shaggy, and ride the mystery machine around town, building traps to catch the villains before they frighten all the citizens away. But just like in our favorite episodes, even the best plans can go awry as the monsters, which is controlled by the game itself, may make a move that the players can never expect. Each member of Mystery Inc. has their own unique special abilities to help them during the game, and they'll need all the help they can get because the villains all operate differently as well. The gang can succeed only if they coordinate together as a group. Scooby-Doo the board game has 3 levels of difficulty, easy, medium, and hard, and special rules for playing as a 2-player game, or even as a solo. Alright, any game that can be played as a solo automatically has 1 star for me. No, seriously, it's become a bigger deal, I think, these days, having games that can be optionally played as 1 player. So, very cool. Kudos to you. Now, I'm a fan. I was born in '69. I grew up with Scooby-Doo, the original series, well, at least in reruns by the time I was watching it. But still, I was there firsthand, and it captivated me. To this day, I love the original Mystery Inc. cartoons. Some of the later ones, really, oh man, those original ones that started them all. I think from everything I've seen online, photos, reviewers, videos about this game, this really comes off as a complete and utter love letter to the Scooby-Doo cartoon show. At least, mostly the original stuff. In fact, this covers a lot of the original stuff in the game. And it is a beautiful homage to it. And I'm so glad they put this game together. And I don't even have it yet. Now, of course, you couldn't do the game any other way except a co-op, unless you were doing it as a 1 versus all, which actually I wouldn't mind seeing an expansion of this that creates a 1 versus all where somebody can actually run the monsters. But until they come out with that, the way they have this set up looks great and beautiful, and I'm already waiting for this to get off my radar and onto a shelf. So, I think that the idea that they present in this game, that you're going around and collecting items in order to make a trap. Well, first of all, that reminds me heavily of like the Ravensburger Horrified games and Alien Nostromo game. But aside from that, the concept sounds very Scooby-Doo, because that's what the gang did. They would spend about a little more than half the episode figuring everything out, and then the last bit of it, they'd put some trap together in order to trap the guy, so he could say, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. That's it. And this, in like 1 line of description, to me, this game told me something that sums up the entire show, at least the spirit of it. That's awesome. Now, as you've already seen from the pictures I'm showing as I'm talking about this, the components are absolutely beautiful. I mean, the figures, the miniatures, they're almost worth it just to have the miniatures alone. And the mystery machine, it's so cool. It just harkens back so much. I mean, this is a nostalgia game at its heart. Come on, I admit that. I know that. And the more nostalgia you have for Scooby-Doo, the more this game is going to call out to you. And it's screaming at me right now. Another thing that I'm garnering from some of the reviews and stuff I'm seeing online is that the rule system for this, it seems that Common went out of their way, maybe I'm exaggerating on that, but this is just a feeling that I'm getting from reading and seeing things, is that they really made sure that the rules had a very organic, natural, easy flow, easy learning system for them, to the point where, you could practically get this game on the table and being played in no time. If that's true, that's an awesome bonus. I mean, we may love big and intricate games that are table hogs, but come on, to a degree, we all need the quick, fast games in our system too. And if this is true, that this is an easy game to learn and to teach and to set up, man, just more points to it, man, just more points. Now, okay, there is no expansion for this as of now that I've seen, even though I did, like I just mentioned, an expansion to allow another player to run the monsters would be cool. But Cool Mini or Not has another gaming system. I've actually talked about it, depending on how these videos dropped a couple of days ago, I think, and that's the Looney Tune Mayhem game. So this is not a Mayhem game. Scooby-Doo, the board game, is not part of the Mayhem line that Cool Mini or Not has. However, there is an expansion for Mayhem, the Dick Dastardly and Muttley expansion. And that can also be used in the Scooby-Doo board game. You can use Dick Dastardly and Muttley as villains for a Scooby-Doo the board game session. Oh, that's awesome! That's awesome. Okay, Cool Mini or Not. You don't know who I am. You've probably never watched one of the Two Gun videos in your entire life, and that's cool with me. I know I'm small potatoes in the world of YouTube. I understand that. But if by chance anyone from Cool Mini or Not, from Common, is watching this, has seen this, has directed them to this video, please make a Josie and the Pussycats board game based on the Scooby-Doo board game so that we can mix them all up. Oh, come on. You've already given us a Wacky Races game too. Give us this. I would absolutely love that. And I'm not the only one. If you haven't thought about it already, come on, let's do this. And if you do, give me a copy of the game and I'm going to talk about it and video it and show it off all over the place. But if you don't give me a copy of the game, I'll probably end up buying it anyway. But no, seriously, if you're going to do that with the Dick Dastardly and Muttley expansion for their Mayhem system, then come on, give us a Josie and the Pussycat game and make it completely compatible with the Scooby-Doo game. Oh, they did it in the cartoon show. And not the Josie and the Pussycat space episodes. They're okay. But no, we're talking about the originals. They're the ones that teamed up with Scooby-Doo. That's what I want to see. All right, so listen, don't listen to any influencers. I don't even like to be considered or called an influencer. I give out information, and then you take that information and you do with it what you want. And the best thing that you can do, if you're interested in a game that you've gotten information on, is go watch some playthroughs. Don't listen to talking heads that are possibly bought, bribed, or gifted to tell you something. If you watch a playthrough and that playthrough looks fun to you, that's worth more than anything any talking head here on social media can tell you. So go watch some playthroughs. And I bet, just like me, if you've watched the video this far, you're definitely going to want Scooby-Doo the board game on your radar and maybe on your shelf. So go get more information.